What's going on, everybody? Norm Rieger with HH Remodeling Company here with our construction manager, Don Pearson, and we are doing a pre-inspection inspection at our new home construction in Tenafly, New Jersey. So what does that mean, pre-inspection inspection? So what we're doing is we are touring and inspecting all of our subcontractors' work. Look, we do this every day, every week, but when we're getting ready to have the town's municipal inspectors come in, we want to make sure we have everything perfect for them. So a lot less that we have to do to repair, but not only is that repair inconvenient, it also causes delays, and we don't want to cause delays if we can help it. So you can follow us around, you'll see us looking at things, pointing at things, and if something comes up, I'll call it out. All right, so we are in the bathroom right now, and small room, hard to get a good view, but we're looking at the plumbing for the pre-plumbing inspection. Now, what we have right here is we have a PVC shower pan liner. This goes underneath concrete, and then the concrete receives the tile. But this has to be waterproof and tested. So what you see here is this is a test ball. The test ball is blocking what will be the drain hole. So what we do is we have to fill this up with air so that this ball won't move, fill this pan with water, and we make sure it doesn't leak. Common sense, right? But not everybody does it. So we do it, and then the inspectors verify that we did it. So that's what we have to do to get ready for a plumbing inspection. We also look where all the pipes are, make sure we have nail plates where a nail plate is required so that you can't put a nail when you're hanging the sheetrock and hit a pipe. We look at all the wiring. We make sure the wiring's at the proper depth inside the wall. If it's in the middle of the wall, we're not worried about you hanging a picture or a shelf or a medicine cabinet or a mirror. But where we can't get the wire at a deep enough depth, we use the nail plates that you see here for plumbing. When the electricians put in the boxes that are going to receive the outlets and the switches, we need them all to be level in the room. So we got our master electrician here on site, and what he's doing is he's using a laser to make sure all of our boxes are in line all the way around the room. Why don't we tell people why they do this? Why not just run the wire straight down and into the box? Why do all of these have loops?
Well, if you ever need to move anything, it's always great to have a little extra wire there.
So this by code gives you a little bit of slack. You don't want any of these switches or receptacles to have the wire so tight that even if you're pulling a wire out of a box or trying to adjust something, or maybe you have to move a switch over a little bit because it's hitting molding around the door or something, this wire doesn't stretch, and you can't just couple it inside the wall. So by leaving these loops, these are nice and clean. You'll notice them throughout the whole job site. One, it's code, but two, it allows flexibility and makes it safer. As we continue, right now we are in the laundry room, and as we're going through this inspection, sometimes when we have plumbers, electricians come in before or after one another, they have to run their pipe or wire around something that's already in existence, and something like this happens. So what we have here is we have a gas line. This is the gas line for the gas dryer. But before the gas line went in, we had the vent line for the plumbing, and we had the electric coming in for the high voltage. We had the Cat 5 for the bedroom over there, and this gas line is just floating around. So we don't like this. So what we're gonna have to do is have the plumbers come back, pull this gas line out, run it over into this bay, bring it down here so it's nice and clean and there's no conflict with the existing wire, the existing pipe. This is all actually pretty good work, but it's not super clean work. We like it to be super clean work, so there's no question by the inspectors. What we're looking at right here is a pressure test gauge. What this does is it makes sure that we don't have leaks in the gas lines before we close up the walls. So as we run all these gas lines, we have to have the joints properly adhesed, we have to have all the couplings proper, and in order to make sure that you don't have gas leaking inside your walls after we close this up, we have to pressurize this and make sure that this holds pressure for a certain amount of time, and then we're safe to close the walls up, and we're safe to pressurize the system with natural gas for your gas-fired appliances. So when it's time to carry the sheetrock down to this basement, we're going to be using 12-foot sheets. 12-foot sheets make less seams, quicker installation, a little less expensive, but the 12-foot sheets are not going to fit down this staircase because it makes a hard angle. So what are we going to have to do? We're going to have to find a place to cut a hole in the floor so we can hand the sheets down to the basement and then close the plywood floor back up.
We're going to cut out there. We made a plan already. So right about here.
Right, because that's away from that soffit.
Yep.
Gives you room to bring it down.
Yep. There's no wires running through this general section, so we'll cut a hole, stuff it in, patch it up, put the floor down.
So in these houses, you have to have all the smoke and fire detectors and carbon monoxide detectors interconnected. So if one goes off, they all go off. So if you're sleeping in your bedroom and downstairs in the basement there's a fire, that smoke detector you might not hear if it was a traditional old battery smoke detector. But when that goes off, they all go off and you won't sleep through that. Selling these on my TikTok shop right now for $19.99. If you need a step ladder that's heavy and durable, go to the TikTok shop under HH Remodeling and we'll send this right out to you. The shipping is $79.95. The ladder is only $19.95.